Namaste, good day, welcome to Ahimsa life. Today's practice will be down on the mat. I'm encouraging you to get a rolled up blanket that you can use for some extra support. As we go into some of these poses, we want to make sure that we're as comfortable as possible and getting the best stretch while we're in a good position. So to begin, we're going to come back on our heels, and if you cannot press the toes down, you can have them curled. If so, I again recommend bringing a towel or a blanket underneath these toes so that they're supported. From here, we're going to think about the positioning of our hips, and we're going to slowly come forward, moving from the hips and coming down onto our blanket for support in our extended child's pose. So once we get down here, if you need, you can use this blanket. I am, just to make myself a little bit more comfortable, or you can come right down to the mat, pressing the third eye either into the mat or your blanket. We want to think about the energy running from the top of our head down our back to our feet. And then we also want to think about the energy from the roots of our feet running up the front body to our third eye. The breath is coming from our nostrils, always a nasal breath in and out. And we want to encourage a slow breath that's coming deeply right down into the pelvic bowl and laterally across the body. So rather than really thinking about the belly button moving away from the spine, we want to think about a horizontal motion all the way across in the abdomen and into our rib cage. Breathing slowly, exhaling slowly, and just taking a moment to observe what's going on inside today, inside our minds and our hearts and within our bodies. Any areas of diseasiness, bring the breath there and a gold healing light and try to relax. Next time you're ready to breathe in, we're just going to press into our hands and slightly lift up. Taking our blanket with us, we're moving over towards our left quad, so our whole torso is going to come down onto our left thigh. Breathing, so we're bringing a nice side bend over into our posture now. So we're pressing our left sit bone into this heel, and then really stretching out from the right hip to the right arm, up the right arm to the right hand. Nice side body stretch on the right. Calming that breath. We're getting some digestive juices going, some detoxification as we breathe deeply, but we're also pressing into that quadricep. So the organs are being squeezed. And then breathing in, once again lifting up, and shift over to the right. Exhale, come down. If your shoulders are giving you issues today, we don't need to have the arms up overhead. You can bring them down towards the feet or even just underneath the shoulders to bring a little bit more relaxation and comfort to the shoulder area. Always work within your limits. And then next time you're ready to breathe in, press into the palms, lift up, move the blanket out of the way, And then we're going to bring our knees directly underneath our hips. So we have a nice 90 here. And then we're going to press the hands gently forward, coming down with our third eye once again onto the mat. Now, again, you could have that blanket underneath to support, palms pressing. The tailbone is up into the air, puppy posture. Relax the belly. Relax the mind. Hands are grounding, rooting for that earth energy to come in. Slow, smooth, lateral, deep breaths. And then slowly bring the elbows back underneath the shoulders, and then come into this modified table on your forearms. Hands, once again, still pressing. And we'll just go into a little bit of a flow, into a modified cat-cow. Inhaling, opening the heart forward, tailbone up to the ceiling. Exhaling. We bring that tailbone down, crown of the head down, like a Halloween cat. Inhaling like a cow. Exhaling cat. Press the elbows and the hands into the mat, rooting. The top of the feet are rooting, gathering up the earth energy. Opening our heart center. Couple more here. Next time we're ready to breathe in, we're going to bring our hands directly underneath our shoulders and come up into table. Just stay at table for a moment. So we want to think about that tailbone crown connection. We're extending the energy in our spine. The belly is tucked in, so we're making sure our core muscles are activated. Hands pressing, tops of the feet pressing. Then we're going to take our right arm as we breathe in. We're going to just lift it up, looking up, and then exhale. Bring that right arm underneath the torso and extending it out. Our left hand is pressing into the mat like a goalpost. Coming into a little bit of a table twist. Now, once again here, you could have your blanket underneath your head. Make sure you're not hanging here and trying to support this head. We need to be down and relaxed in order to get the full benefits of the posture. This right arm is extending and the fingers are pointing away, gathering energy. They are alert, they're spread, they're like little laser beams. And enjoying that twist in the upper shoulders. This twist is also working our digestive system. If you're not getting enough of a stretch here, you can modify the intensity up a level, and only if you can, and this feels good, you can extend out your left leg. The toes are pressing into the mat. So that could be the next part of a higher intensity twist. And then if this feels very easy and good and you think you have a little bit more, you can take this left arm up and back and bring the hand onto the right quad in a bind. So this is a much higher level of intensity, and you do not need to go here. Staying here is just fine. You're still working the twist, still getting the detoxifying effects. And then on the next breath in, we're pressing into that left palm as we slowly move up and come back into our table. And raising on an inhale, the left arm up, and then exhale. other side. Bring the head down onto the support or onto the mat. So again, you can stay here, or if you have the strength and the stability, you can bring that right foot out onto the right toes, and then you can bring this right arm up and back around and bind onto the left thigh. Again, not necessary to come here. Always ahimsa. Always listen to your inner guide and only go as far as you can comfortably, easily go. If you're suddenly going into more of a fight or flight breath, the intensity is too much. Slow, even, deep, lateral breaths. And then next time you're ready to breathe in, let go of the bind, bring the right arm down, bring the right knee down, and then shift back into table. And just a couple cat-cows here. So the next pose is a great core strengthener. We're going to come into table, and we're going to go into different phases. So the first one, we're going to bring our knees together and our feet are together. We want to, heels are touching, curl the toes. The hands are directly underneath the shoulders. The spine is extended. We're going to tuck that belly button towards the spine, and we're going to take an inhale in. And on an exhale, we're just going to lift the knees and hover. So if you can't hover for any length of time, you can take a breath in here and exhale, come down, inhale, raise up. So for level 1, you can just come up and down. For level 2, you'll come up and stay. For level 3, we bring our legs back in line with our hips. So knees apart. The tops of the feet are flat. And we can again take a breath in, exhale, come up. And you can, if this is too much, again, you can do the lifts. Make sure that belly is engaged, the spine is elongated. Or we can stay. So wherever you are, on the next inhale, we'll come down. And just curl the toes, come back onto the heels. So we're doing a lovely stretch for the foot now. So the toes are curled. We're sitting back on these heels. And just bring the arms in front, fingers up to the ceiling, fingers spread. Slow, even breaths. And then bring the hands down. Just relax those hands. And just some circles. So don't scream yet. If this is totally not doable, that's okay. You can always take a block too as well, which I have one here. So to make this a little bit more accessible, you can bring the block down, and so therefore you're not pressing the whole body weight into the feet. You're just stretching the fronts of the feet here. So wherever you are, just a few more moments. And then we're going to come back forward, and we're going to come into a Sphinx pose. So we're just going to come down with our pelvic bone onto the mat, press the tops of the feet into the mat, and then our knees will come off the mat. I want to think about an extension in the front body. So from the pelvic bone up to the crown of the head, the whole front body is stretching. Bring the shoulders and the elbows in line. The whole forearm is pressing. Again, hands open, pressing in, rooting to the earth. Face is relaxed. And breathe. From here, we're going to inhale and exhale, thinking about the belly button and moving the whole torso from the belly button over towards our left arm. Inhaling to center, exhaling, whole torso, turn slightly to the right. Inhale to center, just back and forth a few times. Remembering that always the torso moves as one unit. Belly button, heart center, chin, stay in an even alignment. Come back to center. And then just come down, bring your hands in front and press your third eye down. Let the lower body relax. The toes will slightly come in. And belly breath. Lateral. Feel that lovely inhale moving across the whole body. And make sure when you're exhaling, the exhale is slow. And if you put your finger right underneath your nose, you barely would feel the breeze on the finger on an exhale. So try that. And then we're going to curl the toes. We'll bring the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees onto the floor and then slowly lifting up as best you can. And it takes a little bit more of a not pretty move, that's okay. Be kind to yourself. So that's our class for today, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up underneath, like and share. The only way other people are going to get to see my videos is if those of you who are watching these videos do like and comment and share, because the YouTube algorithms won't bring me up in a search engine unless you do those things. So, namaste, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.